Welcome to Roundtree Mill Park. My name is Ellie and I'm about to give you just a bit of the history of this beautiful park. Now, this park is located in the Humber Summit area. It's one of Toronto's second largest parks, so it's really big and beautiful. The first settlers who came to the Humber Summit area were German. They arrived in the late 1700s and they came from Pennsylvania. They were followed by immigrants from England in the 1800s, and Mr. Joseph Rowntree was a pioneer that actually settled in this village of Thistletown. In 1843, he began a sawmill and a grist mill on the banks of the Humber River. They became well known as the Greenhome Mills, which operated profitably until the 19th century. And so Mr. Rowntree's name lives on in the park. The Humber River is the only Canadian heritage river in the GTA and one of the only 40 designated rivers across Canada. The Humber River has huge, rich human history as one of the homes for Indigenous peoples along its banks, as an ancient transportation route known as the Carrying Place, and as a site for many Toronto's post-European settlement homes and industries. The Carrying Place is one of the oldest established transportation routes in Canada and is the highlight of the Humber's HCRS designation. In the 1800s, the river became a hub of water-powered industry, and agricultural and residential development followed. The Humber's watershed was dramatically altered, with deforestation changing its water levels, pollution destroying its fishery, and landfill changed its riverbanks, including right here at the river's mouth. In recognition of Humber River's huge, rich human history, it was declared a Canadian Heritage River in 1999 and critical to our history. The Humber River is enjoyed today by people from all over the world. You can walk, bike, right here along the shared path to discover the river's rich history. In 1927, the Finnish Society of Toronto established a summer retreat for Finnish workers, which they named Tarmola. It was located at the north end of the present-day Rowntree Mill Park. Volunteers built a large recreational complex, including athletic facilities, open-air dance pavilions, a band shell, a sauna, and a restaurant. Then in the 1930s, at a time when there were not so many comparable tracks, many Canadian Olympians trained at Tarmola. It was accessed by a dirt road from Steeles Avenue to Islington. The site regularly hosted Finnish-Canadian cultural and athletic festivals. As many as over 3,000 individuals would attend performances featuring choirs and athletes representing as many as 77 sports clubs from Quebec to British Columbia. Residents of Toronto constructed rental cottages along the banks of the Humber River near Tarmola. The properties were well maintained until October of 1954, when there was a huge hurricane called Hurricane Hazel that hit and destroyed at least 12 cottages. After the destruction of the hurricane, there was a lot of turmoil that was left behind. Thousands of acres along the Humber River were acquired by local governments, and the Metropolitan Toronto and Region Conservation Authority was created actually to regulate the land use along the river. Between the 1950s and the 1970s, the community of Humber Summit grew rapidly. So many different families were settled here in this area. A park was formed along this section of the Humber River, and originally Rowntree Mill Park was called River Bend Park. It was also spared as being designated as a main dump site for North York as well. And then the family of Joseph Rowntree proposed that the name be changed in 1969 from River Bend Park to Rowntree Mill Park in his honor. This beautiful space is well maintained by City Parks and its staff. It consists of trails, bridges, picnic areas, and is a natural habitat for wildlife. Rowntree Mills Park is Rexdale's hidden gem. with over 227 acres of wildlife and the Humber River running through this park. It's a wonderful space to escape and enjoy.
Hello, I'm Isabel. I'd like to see a petting zoo at this park because I love animals. I'd like it to be like a zoo, giraffes, full of fish, full of birds, full of all sorts of exotic and wild animals. I'd also like to see a park. I enjoy going to parks and playing with friends and family. I think this would be a beautiful park to add another one to. What would you like to see, Isaiah?
I like to see water park.
Is it all you'd like to see?
Yeah. I want to sprinkle.
You want to sprinkle it?
Yeah. I want to sprinkle in the water. It's so nice.
Okay. What would you like to see, Ruby?
I would like to see a gardening center where people can grow crops and plant trees to grow up the park. I would like to see lots of crops and lots of bushes and stuff to grow. And I also want to see public art. Lots of people just drawing on walls to see what they would like to draw and what they would like to do. And that's all I would like to see in the park.
This park is really beautiful. All of our imaginations and ideas, I think, would be beautiful for this park.
Thank you for watching. See you later.